Hello friends, it's Luke the Gamer Duke. Today in Diablo 2 Resurrected, I want to talk about low tier rune words. Not just talk about them, I want to rank them. I want to judge these guys based on the tier system. How will your favorites place? Let's go have some fun. First off, let's go over the ranking criteria. Low tier rune words include those which can be built within normal mode only, which means builds up to 4 sockets, compliments of Larzook's socket quest, and builds prior to Hel Runes. Rune words can be built into any level item, and most all affix combos can be good in some form or fashion. So I decided to judge them based on the combination of high valued affixes, how many affixes, and the numbers on those affixes. Essentially, how far into later items said affixes can be viable. And so, the rankings will be as such. S tier are straight GG builds and are used at most all levels. A tier are awesome overall builds and widely used until a higher level rune word or unique becomes available. B tier are solid overall builds for normal, including good valued affixes or numbers. C tier are decent overall builds with somewhat valued affixes, but numbers won't scale well. And D tier are lacking builds overall, possibly being on par with magicals or rares of the same level. As there's not too many to judge here, I'll go by level required split by weapons and armor. Alright, that's enough of an intro. Let's get to ranking. Alright, here we have our ranking chart, and underneath we have our rune words. And we'll start off with the first rune word possible to make, Steel. Steel's a solid beginning melee with open wounds, great attack speed, a bit of attack rating, and mana after kill. It gets +3 to min and max damage, but enhanced is nearly as low as it can be, and realistically won't scale well. But open wounds is handy, so we'll start off with a C tier. Malice. A solid early support build, it can be seen as an extension of Steel, as its enhanced damage is a bit snuffed, but gets +9 to max damage, with guaranteed open wounds. Great minus enemy defense, prevent monster heal, and a bit of attack rating. The drain life does suck though, requiring life regen somewhere. It's best used with the Act 2 Merc, but it does have better numbers than Steel, so it can bump up to a B tier. Pattern. Pattern is an early melee assassin's go-to and is fantastic for its level. It only gets decent enhanced damage, but then wild added elemental damage encompassing all elements, with a solid 10% bonus to attack rating, good block rate, some strength and dex, and 15 all res. Granted, a build for an assassin with 0+ to skills is tough. A pair of these will still last a while, so Pattern goes to A tier. Strength. If you need a boss destroyer, you'll want Strength. Why? Crushing Blow. With great life leech, a bit of mana after kill, added vitality, and great added Strength. Its enhanced damage is lower end and mana leech would be better, and if I'm honest, black at only 10 levels higher is significantly better. But if you're short in IO, the CB is enough to place it at the tail end of A tier. King's Grace. This is a demon undead hunter. It has the best enhanced damage of the group with 100%, plus another 100 to demons and 50 to undead. 150 attack rating, then another 100 versus demons and undead, solid fire damage, decent cold damage, and great life leech. The 100% damage in exceptionals won't scale the greatest, but the additional damage to demons and undead will be just enough to squeak up to an A tier. Leaf. If you're a fire sorceress level 19, you'll want Leaf, and are in for even a better time finding a staff with built-in fire skills. It grants +3 to fire skills, with +3 more to fire bolt, inferno, and warmth, a bit of mana after kill, great cold res, and added defense based on level. Even though bolt and inferno likely aren't used for long, the +3 fire skills can still benefit a staff with higher plus to fire skills in it, and even a fire druid or even an assassin's fire skills as well. For a source though, other staffs will eventually outpace it, but it is a very solid A tier. Zephyr. This is built for quick hit and runs. It gives great added attack speed and faster run, with a bit of added defense, minus target defense, good lightning damage, and a bit of attack rating. Its enhanced damage is negligible though, and it is missing some of the better affixes like plus to skills, life or mana, attributes, leeching, or resistances. It does offer a bit, but not too much, so Zephyr has to go to C tier. Edge. the missile version of a demon undead hunter, with 0 enhanced damage, but then a whopping 320 to 380 damage to demons and 280 to undead, with great attack speed, great poison damage, great life leech, prevent monster heal, plus 5 to 10 to all attributes, a bit of mana per kill, and even knocks vendor prices down by 15%. It has amazing buffer stats, and insane damage to demons and undead. 0 to base damage does hold it back a bit, but Edge is still a very solid A tier. Holy Thunder. As its name suggests, it's built for lightning, and is actually the only Scepter runeword with any plus to pally skills. Its enhanced damage is a bit shallow, but gets insane added elemental, including 21 to 110 lightning damage with fire and great poison, plus 10 to max damage, minus target defense, massive lightning res with plus 5 to max res, plus 3 holy shock, and grants level 7 chain lightning. It's great for lightning melees, but 4-socket scepters can be very elusive. Their base damage is not very high, and it is for a very specific build. Because of all these exceptions, Holy Thunder will be held back to a B tier. Insight. An absolute go-to for your merc, with its primary focus being its level 12 to 17 meditation aura, adding massive mana regen, all but eliminating the need for mana potions. It also gets great caster rate, awesome enhanced damage with plus 9 to min damage, insane % bonus to attack rating, great elemental damage, 1 to 6 crit strike, plus 5 to all attributes, mana after kill, and some magic find for good measure. It's best suited for the Act 1 or Act 2 merc as a support item, but the stats can justify building one of these for yourself as well. Insight is absolutely S tier. Spirit Sword. Another absolute go-to for stacking caster perks. It includes plus 2 to all skills, great caster rate, wild hit recovery, great defense versus missile, great added vitality, awesome added mana, and even a bit of magic absorb. It does include some melee fixes, but because there is no enhanced damage, it won't take a melee character very far. But it is used by casters throughout the entire game. No surprise, Spirit Sword is an S tier. Alright, now for armor runewords. First up is Stealth. A fantastic early runeword catered for casting, but can be useful for everyone with 25% to hit recovery, caster rate, and faster run, along with good mana regen, solid poison res, and some stamina and dex. It is widely used throughout normal with all characters and can be useful until you build a smoke or find a unique more catered to your build. Stealth is A tier. Peace. Catered for an Amazon with plus 2 to Amazon skills, and is the only way to get plus 2 skills from armor until Shaco or Delirium, as well as good hit recovery, added crit strike, solid cold res, solid attacker takes damage, with chance to slow missiles when struck and chance for level 15 Valkyrie when striking, which is awesome. Defense is non-existent, but the plus 2 to skills and Valk combo is flat out undeniable, and I think at least, could justify an S tier. Nadir. It is the lowest end Hel Rune word and is the only one which embodies its lower level as its average overall. Average defensive perks with low mana per kill, a tiny bit to strength, and a minuscule 9 charges of Cloak of Shadows, which is really the only reason to build Nadir. It'll also suffer from -3 light radius and minus gold drop. Nadir is our first D tier. Radiance. A good all-rounder with good defensive perks, good added energy and vitality, damage taken goes to mana, some damage reduction, and solid added mana. The following runeword helm will far outpace it, but it does have good mana and defensive perks, which will be good enough for a B tier. Lore. Easily the best early helm runeword as it includes +1 to all skills. It also gets some added energy, mana after kill, solid lightning res, and some damage reduction. You're primarily building this for the +1 to all skills, and outside of finding Tarn Helm or Peasant Crown, it's the only way to add skills via Helm for quite a while. Barbs and Druids can take extra advantage of Lore by finding plus to skill helms to build into. Lore is definitely A tier. Ancient's Pledge. The only rune word that is actually given to you. Well, the runes at least. You gotta find the shield on your own. It provides modest enhanced defense, but grants wild resistances, which are incredibly helpful in most every area. And some damage taken goes to mana. Paladins can take extra advantage by finding a good pally shield, It is singular in its usage, and the Gothic shield can provide a bit more to all res, up to 50, but outside of that, you won't find another all res shield until Spirit or Sanctuary. It will go to A tier. Rime. It's a bit of jack of all trades. You get some decent blocking perks, good mana regen, cannot be frozen, which is very handy, some golden magic find, and 25 all res. Its affixes are quite good value, and sport pretty good numbers. Its affixes and numbers are good enough to barely squeak to A tier. And last, but certainly not least, Spirit Shield. Well, we all know where this one's going. It includes many of the same affixes as the sword version, including the all-important +2 to all skills, caster rate, hit recovery, missile defense, added vitality and mana, and magic absorb, but grants cold, lightning, and poison res instead of damage, and attacker takes damage instead of life leech. Pallies can build Spirit by Nightmare, but everyone else has to wait till Hell mode. Regardless, Spirit Shield is used just as much as Spirit Sword, which will have us end the entire thing in an S tier. Well, there we are. A short and sweet list of all low-tier runewords. Ranked. What do you think? Most runewords ended up pretty good. Did everything rank where you thought they would? Did anything get overhyped? And did anything get snuffed? If you enjoyed this ranking, consider hitting that like button. And remember to subscribe, as rankings for normal sets and exceptionals are upcoming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.